to give a shout out to Angel Reese and to talk about Angel Reese as a treasure in a lot of ways. Definitely as a piece of Black history. Wow. And definitely as a player who, even when she's not, even if she hasn't had her best game, what I like about Angel is, I've never seen her really hang her head. Win or lose, and I was really impressed at the end of the South Carolina game, and I mentioned this on another video. If you saw it, forgive me, but it really struck me that at the end of the South Carolina game, you took the loss at home. You took an L that you didn't want to take. You fouled out of the game. And as competitive and as fiery as you are on the floor, it would have been really easy for you to be like, fuck that, and walk off and not shake hands and not do any of that. But not only did you shake hands, you also took the time. I saw this young lady walk around to every side of the floor and applaud the fans that came out for support.
Yep.
And took the time to really just acknowledge the fact that, to show the love back. And I appreciated that about her, and that stuck with me about her. But it got me to thinking about her overall impact on women's college basketball. And listen, the national title game set a record, right? For viewers. And I look back at Angel, and I believe last season she got the record for the most double doubles in a single season in women's college hoops with 34. So a walking double double. And I know it's a lot of stuff that people say she has to work on. They say she has to get in WNBA shape. She needs a jump shot. She needs this, but for all intents and purposes, what she does right now is working for her and her team, and for what she does got her a national championship. Whether you thought Iowa should have been there or not, at the end of the day, you played the damn team that shows up and is in front of you and earns the right to be there. And those two earned the right to be there. And LSU took care of business, and she was a big part of that. Mm-hmm. But she calls herself the Bayou Barbie. She was the Baltimore Barbie first. She had 70,000 followers when she got to LSU. Just 70,000 followers coming out of Maryland, and she was a hell of a ball player in Maryland. If you don't believe me, go back and look at the Maryland versus South Carolina game. Some of the other games too. She came to LSU as the #1 impact transfer in the country, and she delivered. Mm-hmm. First year she got there, correct me if I'm wrong. First year she got there, she delivered a national title. And again, I'm a South Carolina fan, and I felt like it should have been us playing LSU, and I feel like that would have been different. But we didn't take care of business, and they played who showed up at the national championship to play, and they earned that. Okay, you had to ring her. So one of the things that I found out about her that I thought was really cool is that she took, when Baltimore went home and played Coppin State, that was the first time a defending national champion has played at a historically Black college or university in history. Mm. And Coppin State was, by her bringing LSU home to Baltimore to Coppin State, they were able to sell out their 4,100 seat arena for the first time ever. At 4,100 seats. And I understand, I think in South Carolina, UConn, some of these other places, we talking about 11,000, 12,000, 15,000. So the amount of revenue that this young lady was able to generate for her city, for that HBCU, for her state, we got to be able to give her some props for that, for the eyes that she brings to basketball. I just wanted to be able to take some time and talk about a few of the things off the court that the young lady has done, because some of these games that Angel Reese is playing in, quite frankly, are doing better than some of the pro team games that are on TV. Mm-hmm. Some teams you're just not tuning in to watch. If it's Chicago versus the Wizards and LSU versus anybody else, you're probably going to watch the LSU game if you're just a basketball fan, okay? I believe that she has a court named after her, and if I'm wrong, y'all correct me in the comments. Doing my research, that was one of the things that came up. She got an ESPY for being a breakout athlete of the year. You can't say enough about the impact that she has to have on the bottom line for women's college hoops right now. I don't know. Does she have over 15 million followers or something now?
It's very close to it. And I think that you're going to see Angel Reese. I think she's going to go to the WNBA after this season. I've seen a lot of chatter about it depends on what they do in the tournament. I do not think that that's the case. I think that Angel Reese is a top 5 pick in the WNBA draft. I think that she will show and transform on how the NIL independent business-minded spirit can carry over into the WNBA. Cess, you've spoken a lot about how the reasoning on a player of her stature staying and going, and how that same money, endorsement, prestige that you have would just quadruple if you brought that to the WNBA. I think that Angel Reese is going to be the first player that does that. Instead of saying, well, I'm making, even though, let's say, she was the player who quoted and said, I'm having more success and there's more opportunities because I'm at a collegiate level as opposed to going to the WNBA. But I think that that time has passed. The Bayou Barbie is going to bring her talents to the WNBA. I think it's a no-brainer in my personal opinion because of what she brings with her. This draft is going to be the draft that she should go because of the other players' profile that are going to go. Don't think for 1 minute that she does not want to come out and challenge everybody. She hears the chatter about being not being a top 10 pick and not doing the things she should do. And should she go into the WNBA? Can she play with the players in the WNBA? But like you said, I'll add to that piece of class that you mentioned as far as after that game. I also noticed after she did the walk to every corner of the arena, she still took the time, huddled up with her players. I think they sing the school song or something like that. She led that charge right there in front of everybody, rocking back and forth for her team. Although probably visibly, although very upset about losing that game, still showed the respect to the university and the fans that were there. Those are qualities and intangibles that bode well in the WNBA. And why I say that is because the pro players will tell you, if you have a loss, you shake it off. It's business. It's the next day. We see Angel Reese carrying that attitude into right now in her college career. She's taking those. If it's a loss, hey, next game. Let's get ready for the next game.
I'm going to have to push back, Coach.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to push back. I'm sorry. I got to push back on her going. And I'm sorry. I think I cut you off because now I'm hearing you. It was some dead space, and now I'm hearing you talking. So I think it was a tech issue. So my apologies.
Oh, you good.
But I'm pushing back on her going to the league just because we were on a live, and in the chat someplace somebody said, and I still haven't been able to confirm it, that she has an injured shoulder that pops out.
Yeah, the right shoulder. Right, I remember that.
Now for me, if Angel does go out, she's going to be drafted to a sorry team that's going to be relying on her to put butts in the seats. She's not going to get an opportunity to rest that shoulder to get that shoulder healthy. I would rather her come back in her collegiate year, senior year, win or lose for the daddy, and be able to rest her shoulder and be able to get right to be able to go into the league and really bang. Because we're asking her to, if she's going to come in and break the bank. And I'm thinking that the next 2 draft classes that go into the WNBA are what I call break the bank drafts, because they're such high quality players and players that are demanding such high NIL deals that you're going to have to be able to make some type of adjustments to be able to get these players paid in the league. So this is a real time of change here, changing of the guard in the WNBA. But for me, I would have Angel come back for 1 year. And even if that means, not playing a lot next season, being able to get the shoulders right, being able to make sure that her health is right, being able to then, work on her body, build up her muscles and her strength and her endurance. Although, the way she runs, of course, with 6 in the possible, we know that she's in pretty good shape and she's got a lot of cardio. But to give herself a chance to go into the league with 100% healthy body, to be able to bang against the Asia Wilsons, the Aaliyah Bostons, the Breonna Stewarts, the Jonquel Joneses, the Brittany Grinders, those players that we're going to be asking her to come in and try to play against. So for me, I would just push back just for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, come on out. But I take that back, to be able to work on her body, and then also, like I said, improving those areas of her game that she could polish up, and maybe some things that are just lacking, or she has kind of taken out of her arsenal. Sometimes I'm a boxing fan, so sometimes you see a boxer and they throw a punch and it looks like they hurt their hand. They may have broken hand, and now they, instead of throwing the left and the right, they throwing all rights. She may have took some things out of her arsenal just because of the shoulder and shooting more lefty than righty or whatever. Because I think she's ambidextrous, but maybe she took some stuff out of the arsenal that getting healthy will allow her to put back into her bag of tricks. This active. So just wanted to push back there for health and development.
And I have a name for you as to why I think she's going to come out. And I've seen several mock drafts where she's projected to go 8. Tanisha Wright, head coach of the Atlanta Dream, would love and flourish a talent like Angel Reese. You're talking about a team that she could come into, and they have 3 players that are more than 7 years, and that being Tina Charles, Cheyenne Parker, and Ariel Powers. 12 years, 9 years, and 8 years. Ironically, Cheyenne Parker is a forward, and Tina Charles is a center. The other forwards are Letitia, Amahir are there, Nia Coffey, who we know, Naz Hillman, and Haley Jones. You could get an Angel Reese and bring her along on that team. So she doesn't have to come to a team like the Atlanta Dream and be the actual star on that team. Now, were they a great team? Absolutely not. But you have a young core of a talent of a team where she could go into a team like that, fit right in, not have to be the centerpiece, learn the game, and really have an excellent WNBA career. And I'm saying Tanisha Wright for a reason, because one thing, if you all know about hoops, Tanisha Wright was known for her defense. She was known for her tenacity. She was known for her grit and grind. And I think that it's a foregone conclusion that Atlanta Dream will not pass up on her. If she even, I don't think she's going to go 8, but that's just one example as far as my pushback on her going out. I think there's a lot of teams that will consider her to be a steal, a dream. See what I did, Atlanta Dream, a dream. Okay. To get her 8 or higher. I think that would be, I think she's going to go. I think she's going to go. I hear you. Good point about the health. Again, that came from our dynamic chat members. I need to do some more looking up on that, because I thought she was just ambidextrous. I had no knowledge of her right shoulder. I haven't seen any articles on her right shoulder, but I will look more into that. But I think that as far as her impact, showing these young ladies how to be profitable as an entrepreneur and transitioning that to the WNBA, all roads lead to going to the WNBA.
Oh, I think that Angel is a top 10 pick, regardless of this year or next year. Top 5 potentially, depending on where she finishes. But for me, I'd rather her get that shoulder fixed on the school's dime, than the WNBA. Just because I'm just not sure about the budget. I'm not sure about
Atlanta too. Oof.
Strength conditioning,
marketing.
So Atlanta would be a great team for her. I think that, I think that Atlanta has a nice core that they're building. I think that they're still young. I think that, I don't know that they made a lot of big moves in free agency. I have to go and look, but
not yet.
I expect them to be kind of where they're at. So if they want her this year, they probably can get her next year. But there's also going to be an additional team coming into the mix next year, potentially two. I'm hearing, but for sure the Bay Area team that could change some of that expansion draft and break up some of these teams. So, I think that she has options, but I would get my shoulder fix on the schools down and let them do all the rehab in the facility right there, and where I'm still treated like a rock star.
That's a fact.
Before I'm flying coach and trying to figure it out in the WNBA, because I don't know if you pay your own specialist or how that work, if they reimburse you at the end of the year. It's not really clear for me, so somebody have to let me know that. But I just really wanted to just take a moment and give this young lady her flowers and just really appreciate what she's been able to do for women's basketball at so many levels, from high school and under all the way up to the WNBA. She has definitely made some fans at every level, and started to gain the respect of a lot of players. So just hats off and a salute to Angel Reese for her impact.
Yep. All right, you did surprise me with that one.
Yeah, I know you didn't see that one coming, Coach. Thought I'd throw you a curveball. But we are definitely still on that push to 1,000 new subscribers. Y'all hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, like those videos, run those numbers up on them likes. Let's get the videos out to more people, and share the conversation, y'all. I enjoy all of the back and forth banter in our comments and chats, and I appreciate all the support. And Coach got his Detroit Lions line up. Lions not trash, y'all. And you know who it is. It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies. Until next time, stay tuned. Talk soon. I'm out.
Bye.